What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Jones'NForSmoke. I'm your host, Jones. And today, I got smoke with one person in particular, but also for a change, I'm actually going to applaud somebody as well. But let's get to the smoke first. I got smoke. I didn't even get no smoke on that. I got smoke with Jerry Jones. As you know, a lot of protests, a lot of movements, a lot of talking, a lot of communications have been going on since the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis on Memorial Day. And a lot of people are starting to understand why we have the movement Black Lives Matter and why Colin Kaepernick kneeled a couple years ago to raise awareness to what's going on in America. He did this 4 years ago, and everyone got on him about it. Teams killed him for it, and now he's out of a job. He's no longer playing in the NFL. But now, and today, fast forward to 2020, after the death of George Floyd and all these protests and riots and looting and all that crazy stuff, people are starting to wake up and starting to see that our cry, where we're screaming for help. And someone, Drew Brees being, made a uneducated statement that he got killed for. They got on his ass, as they should. His own teammates called him out. Other players called him out. Other, big names in the world called him out. And he has since changed his attitude, changed his stance, apologized. And I think he's more aware now. And other teams, players, organizations around the world are starting to wake up and see what's going on as well. So for me, being the Cowboy fan that I am, the one person that I'm waiting to see is Jerry Jones. I want to see him talk. But yet we have yet to see that. And to me, it's not mind-boggling. I'm not shocked, but it's just like, damn, bro. We understand what you had your stance last year, but it hasn't changed since you've seen the death of George Floyd. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You're the biggest, most outspoken owner in all of sports. Not just the NFL, all of sports. And you can't say something as far as Black Lives Matter. We know your stance on the flag. You still gonna get killed for it if you gonna, take that stance. But say something. You got your podcast. You speak all the time about anything and everything, but yet you have yet to say anything about Black Lives Matter or the flag, kneeling during the flag. Have you changed your stance? I know what the answer is. We all know what the answer is. No, you haven't changed your stance. You still think that everyone should stand for the fucking flag. So that means that you're ignoring the cause. You don't believe in the cause. And if you don't believe in the cause, then fuck you. Seriously. Like, for real. And if I was any Cowboy and in that locker room and Jerry Jones doesn't speak before the season, don't fucking show up. Don't show up. Like, for real, we have the power now. We're in power. We have our white friends' backs now. We got people to speak up now. Come on. Jerry, god damn, bro. It makes me ashamed to be a Cowboy fan, honestly, right now. It really does. Like, I've been thinking about, not even watching the games, and it's unfortunate because I'm a little excited about this season. I'm excited. We got a nice team. We should have been good last year, but this is the year that we can make it real. We can make it real, and you have to fuck it up with being silent. Just because you haven't said anything doesn't mean we don't know what you actually are feeling. We know. We know. And it's a damn shame. I understand your relationship with Trump. Fuck Trump. Fuck that relationship with Trump. There's a time and a place when you need to just be like, look, you're wrong. You're completely wrong on this. And you know he's wrong. You know you're wrong. So change your fucking stance. And if you don't, then I don't know. I might not even watch Cowboy games this year. I'm being dead ass. I might watch every game but a Cowboy game. Dead ass. If he doesn't make a statement and a good one by the season, I will not watch a Cowboy game. I will not wear Cowboy thing. That will come down. I will put something in place of that. Dead ass. Dead ass. If Jerry Jones does not make a fucking statement by the start of this season, it's not too far. Matter of fact, by the start of camp, preseason is a month away or 2 months away. You got 2 fucking months to make it right. And if you don't, I'm calling out to Cowboy Nation, don't support Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. As much as that might hurt, if we do that, his stance will change because he's about money and he'll start losing that money and he'll wake the fuck up. He'll wake the fuck up like the rest of these teams and shit like that have. Because they know if they don't, it's over. It's over. Because it's not just the blacks on our side now. We got a lot more white people. A lot of people are starting to wake up now, which is great. But now it's time to take action. Action. Jerry fucking Jones. Ain't that a bitch? Alright, but now I'm going to move on to the applaud section. Now, a few people that I spoke to about this felt a little differently than how I did. And I'll explain why. The Boston Red Sox. I applaud you guys. I honestly applaud you guys. Because everybody knows, if you're a baseball fan, everybody knows that Boston, Fenway Park, is one of the worst arenas to go to, stadiums to go to, because of how racist it is. As a black fan or a black player. Because we've seen numerous players say how many times they've been called niggers or different shit, racist slurs while they've been there. And for them to not only come out and say something, but recently a player came out and said that, you know, Boston was racist and he's been called the N-word over hundreds of times. And Boston came out and said this is true. They didn't deny it. They faced it. They owned it, and they talked about changing it. And that, to me, I got mad respect for that. So a lot of people were actually saying that they didn't like the Boston response because it was kind of short and plain. But I think in that short response they said a lot because they addressed the issue that was going on within their own organization, things that they can handle. So that's a step in the right direction. If they can change that to where, you know, blacks can go to Fenway Park and enjoy themselves without worrying about being called the N-word, then that's a step in the right direction. So I applaud the Boston Red Sox for making the right decision. And hopefully, not only teams like Boston, but all teams across all sports make change. One more person I had to applaud. Bubba Watson and the NASCAR family. Appreciate y'all, man. What y'all did, Bubba Watson, first of all, you for stepping up and saying something, and then coming out with the Black Lives Matter car. That was fire, dope. Made me definitely want to be more of a NASCAR fan. And then on top of that, NASCAR to back them up and get rid of all the Confederate flags at NASCAR meets, that's dope, man. That's dope. So major shout outs to Bubba Watson and the NASCAR family, man. What y'all did was big, and we all appreciate, not just the Black Lives. Everybody that's fighting for this cause appreciate it. It's gonna make NASCAR a lot better. Yeah, you'll probably lose some fans, most likely the racist fans, because they obviously don't understand what that means to us, the black fans, or they don't care. But there's no place for racism in sports. There's no place for it anywhere, but especially at a sporting event. Nobody want to come to a sporting event and have to go through racism. That's whack. That's whack. So for all these sports to be doing their best to try to make change, I got nothing but love for you guys. And for the ones that aren't and haven't said anything or haven't changed their stance, fuck you guys. Simple as that. You ain't gonna get my support, and you're definitely gonna lose a lot more support. And it ain't gonna just be black people. White people gonna start walking away too, because they see what's right. They see what's right. So shout out to you guys. Love you guys. It's your boy Jones'NForSmoke. We make sports better. Peace.